The Alibaba sexual scandal topped search trends on China's social media Sina Weibo on Saturday. Media reports suggest that a member of Alibaba's employees, Wang Chengwen, had forced a female colleague to drink too much alcohol and raped her while she was drunk. Here's the whole story from the victim herself. On July 24th to 26th, her boss Wang requested her to go for business dealing in the city Jinan, despite there being torrential rains and freak weather in Hangzhou, where the victim was. On July 27th, Wang brought the victim to dine with their clients, exclaiming to them, "See how nice I am to you? I've gotten you a pretty lady here." He then emphasized how well the victim can drink, although she had repeatedly said that she couldn't. During the dinner, Wang made all sorts of attempts to get her to drink, on the account that this was a business dealing and that she was not to refuse these offers. Very quickly, the victim became drunk. While she was drunk, one of the clients, Zhang Guo, started to kiss and grope her. Wanting more, he made an excuse that her clothes were dirty due to a vomit and needed to be changed. She was then brought into an empty room and raped. The next day, the victim found herself naked on the hotel room bed, unable to recall exactly what had happened. She remembered snippets of the encounter in her head. Wang was on top of her, kissing and groping her. She looked around and found the room that she was in a total mess. She saw her clothes dumped in the corner of her panties, nowhere to be found. Then, she saw a used condom on the bedside table. She decided to call Wang to ask him what he had done to her. On answering the call, he stammered and did not want to answer her question. Upon further questioning, he then admitted to kissing and groping her. The victim pressed him and asked if he had sex with her, to which she denied, saying that it was not as serious as she thought it was. She added that he had only entered the room once and left shortly after. The victim then called the police and they managed to retrieve the CCTV records. It was found that on that night, Wang and the client's female assistant had sent her to the hotel together. After the female assistant left, Wang secretly went back to the hotel help desk and obtained her room card, entered her room 4 times with the longest time being 20 minutes. On the same day, on 28 July afternoon, immediately after the police report, Wang was detained for 24 hours and called for police questioning. While he admitted kissing and groping her on the phone call earlier, this time he had entirely changed his narrative. He claimed that the victim was the one who initiated the entire encounter and that was why he did what he did. He added that another friend had expressed concerns about her safety and that was why he went back into her room to make sure that she was okay. According to the victim, she was unconscious the entire time and it could be seen from the CCTV footage where she was in fact carried in by him and the female assistant. For the next few days, the victim did not eat nor sleep and even cut her wrist. She was numb and she couldn't feel the pain. She had wanted to die. While the victim was greatly traumatized and hurt, Wang pretended nothing had happened. He was in fact unusually active in chat groups and shared news articles. He and his boss, Gan Qiliang, even decided to set up a meeting on 5th August for a new business discussion. When the victim asked Gan why Wang was still allowed to continue working as per normal, Gan explained that the work Wang handled was important and was difficult to hand over. On 2nd August, the victim flew back to Hangzhou, accompanied by her husband. She decided to raise the issue to 3 people: the business unit head, Jiu Jie, human resources, Yue and Gan, through text messages. Gan was first to respond and asked to meet. After recounting the incident to him and making the request for the company to fire Wang, Gan gave the most incredulous response. "It is the nature of the job that is the problem. This job often requires staff to make business trips. I knew this would happen. Now I know I should only hire men, not women. Women are not suited for this job. Do you think that we could have signed a deal if you didn't drink?" On the night of 2nd August, the victim met up with HR Yue and recounted the entire incident again and made the same request for Wang to be sacked. Yue and Gan promised to give her a resolution in 3 days. 3 days after, Gan and Yue informed her that Wang will not be fired, and this was made in consideration of her reputation. The victim pressed on with her request. Gan and Yue eventually agreed to fire him, and will let her know by 6 August. On 6 August, however, Yue told her that it was not possible to fire him, and Yue also requested for video evidence to show her state of drunkenness that night. The victim decided to escalate to the business group leads, Lao Ding and Ding Dong. Ding subsequently called her and informed her that they will not be able to fire Wang. As there was no resolution, the victim decided to expose the entire matter on the company's group chats. However, her messages were rapidly recalled/deleted, and she was removed from the groups. The victim then decided to head down physically to the company's cafeteria, as she held a placard and spoke into a loud area. Almost immediately, 10 security guards came to the scene and subdued her, threatening to call the cops. Gan and Zhou, who were at the scene, remained silent. Yue came up to calm her down. Police in Jinan City, East Asia's Shandong province, announced on Sunday that the investigation of the sexual misconduct case involving Alibaba employees has started, and the results will be made public promptly. Separately, the CEO of Alibaba has issued a statement on Weibo on 8 August expressing his shock and anger at the incident and have triggered an internal investigation on the matter. Let me know what you think about this incident in the comments section below. How do you think Alibaba's management team should have responded?